Families of the Australians on board the missing Malaysian Airlines plane are growing angry as each day draws a blank. 4 Orion aircraft are now searching a vast area 3,000 kilometres southwest of Perth. But it's like looking for a needle in a haystack, as Damien Ryan reports.
The families of the missing Australians have to date refused to be critical of anyone. The few public comments they have made have been of hope and support. But for others, it seems their patience has run out.
I'm angry that the Malaysians don't tell the truth. They lie to the whole world. I'm totally frustrated about this. Where is my son? Even taxis have GPS. They can be found if they are lost or stolen. It's a huge plane. How could it not be found? It's a joke.
From the moment flight MH370 vanished, there has been confusion and contradiction.
To go now 10 days and still not have a timeline of what happened makes no sense to me. It doesn't help their credibility, and it certainly doesn't help the investigation.
And instead of narrowing the search, the authorities are continuing to expand it. The focus remains on 2 flight corridors, one to the north from Thailand to Kazakhstan, and in the south from Indonesia down into the southern part of the Indian Ocean, leaving a search area of 25 million square kilometres, nearly 4 times the size of Australia. 4 Australian Air Force Orion aircraft have now been deployed to an area 3,000 kilometres southwest of Perth. The search zone was identified by expert data and guesswork.
What we're doing is producing our best estimate of the most likely place to search, but I would hasten to add it is far from very precise.
The investigation, though, has taken one small positive step, putting a name to the voice of the last person in the cockpit who made contact with air traffic control.
Initial investigation indicated it was the co-pilot who basically spoke the last time it was recorded on tape.
Those 4 words uttered by the co-pilot, "All right, good night," 38 minutes after takeoff, are now being analysed by the FBI, looking for any hint he may have been under pressure or stress.
Speaking too fast, the voice goes up, your voice box restricts when you're stressed out, things of that nature.
The pilots and the plane, 10 days on, little has changed. They are still the focus in what seems like an impossible task.
A needle in a haystack remains a good analogy.
And what is an unprecedented international hunt. Damien Ryan, 9 News.
Live now to Laura Turner in Kuala Lumpur. Laura, what more do we know about the search area?
Good evening, Peter. Well, an American Poseidon aircraft is about to touch down in Perth, and that'll be alongside a New Zealand Orion, and they will help the Australian military ramp up this search in the southern Indian Ocean tomorrow. But as we've just heard, the search area is huge, and Australia does not have the capability or the technology to search underwater for things like the black box. This is purely a search on the surface for debris that might still be floating in what is one of the most remote locations in the world. Peter.
Thanks, Laura.